sound awesome?
Yes.
This is such a great group to work with. All right, I want to recognize a few people before we go on to our second piece. So the first group I'd like to introduce is my band council. And again, you heard me say all the things that the Blue Band Council does still applies to the Gold Band Council. And they just do a fantastic job of always asking me, what can I do to help? And things like that. So I would not be nearly as, I guess, organized if it wasn't for them. So if you are a member of the band council, go ahead and stand up. And let's give them a round of applause. The next group of kiddos that I would like to recognize are kids who went with us actually just yesterday. It's been a long week. We went yesterday and auditioned for what's called the 3A District Band. So back in August, everybody received music, and these kiddos were required to learn it. They were not required to go and audition. But we took 8 students with us yesterday to go and audition, and they played their music for a judge by themselves, and they were going up against other schools, other students from schools in 3A districts like ours. And so if you were one of the 8 students who went with us yesterday and auditioned, go ahead and stand up and be recognized. And so it's a really big deal to go and audition for one of these groups. And we had some great success yesterday. We had 6 of the 8 students made it into the band, and I would like to recognize those kids by name. So when I call your name, just stay standing. So we have Jana Golightly made first chair. Congratulations, Jana. We have James Goebel, also made the band. Annie Nash also made first chair. Tatum Cowden made the band as well. We had Ariana Aguilar made the band. And who am I missing? Oh, we had Anna Bettis. She also made the band. I couldn't see her from that, but let's do that. Let's give them a big round of applause. You guys can see. The next group of kids I'd like to audition for, I'd like to recognize, auditioned for the Region Band. So that combined 3A and 4A schools, and it gets a little bit more competitive. Obviously, it's a little tougher to make the band. We had 2 students go and audition for that band, and those students were Jana Golightly and Annie Nash. Go ahead and stand. And both students did an awesome job and made the band and represented us super, super well on that day. So great job, you guys. Go, congratulations. And yeah, can sit. I had several students this year who participated with the high school marching band. It was not a requirement for any of these students to do that, but lots of them did volunteer to go ahead and sign up for an extra period of band. So they actually have band for first period and for fourth period, and they were able to do everything that the high school band does this semester. And in case you don't know, the high school band works super, super hard, and they do a great job. So if you were an 8th grader or a 7th grader who participated with the high school marching band, go ahead and stand and be recognized. All right, you guys can have a seat. The last group of kiddos I'd like to recognize are the students who are going to be a part of the indoor drumline. So about a month or so ago, we had auditions for students to be a part of the very first indoor drumline, which is going to begin next semester, and students are able to go, and we will be competitive, and we will compete against other schools our size. We'll actually be the only 3A school that has an indoor percussion program, so we're going to be competing against schools that are bigger than us, actually. So it's a really, really cool thing that these kiddos are going to be a part of the very first indoor drumline at Brock. If that is you, if you are going to be next semester's indoor drumline, stand up and be recognized. All right, I know you guys didn't come to hear me talk, so we are going to go ahead and start our second piece, After Midnight and Still. We hope you enjoy. Before we play our last piece, there's a few people that I would like to thank. First of all, I'd like to thank our awesome administrators for all of their support of our band program here at Brock. We're at 3 different campuses, so we have 3 principals, and all 3 of them just do an awesome job of supporting us and asking us what they can do to help. And I have never worked for principals as great as I have at Brock, so thank you to my principals. I'd also like to say thank you to the parents. Brock kids are super busy, and I think almost every one of these kids is involved in at least one other activity, including band. And so I thank you for allowing me to be a part of your kiddos' lives, and for getting them to and from practices and all of that. So thank you guys. I'd also like to thank my family for being super supportive. They're here and helped me get set up and helped navigate where kids needed to go and all of that stuff. So thank you to my awesome family. And then last but not least, yeah, you can give them a round of applause. Last but not least, I'd like to thank Mr. Daly. This is his first year here in Brock, and he's just done an awesome job here, and I have really enjoyed this first semester of working with him, and he's just done a really great job of sort of taking me under his wing and giving me advice when I need it, and everything that I've asked for, he's helped with. So thank you to Mr. Daly for all of your support. The last piece that we'll play is called Christmas Eve Sarajevo. If you were at our concert last year, you may have heard this band play it. This may be a new tradition that we start, but we hope you enjoy Christmas Eve Sarajevo.